Admiral, must you stand right there? You're hindering my surveillance.
I am a part of the view, Matewater. One might say I'm integral to this scene.
Perhaps if you got more exercise, you'd be somewhat less integral.
I say, jealousy does not become you.
What's up, gamers? This is your host, the Pirate King, and it's Monday somewhere in the world, so let's get down with some MMO news. Today we talk Archage, Neverwinter reaches a milestone, Final Fantasy A Realm Reborn gets ready for launch, and Guild Wars 2 celebrates her queen. All this and more on today's Gamers Rant. Archage, wanting to be the next big things when it comes to sandbox MMOs, is setting up shop here in the West under the flagship of Tryon. You may know them as the developers of Rift. Archage boasts to be a complex sandbox with a community housing, farming, livestock properties, governments, naval battles, and economy driven by players, all wrapped up in an ever-changing world. The actual release date is still under wraps, but there has been a new trailer release which could be signs that it might be released 2013? Well, I wouldn't hold my breath. The latest post from Tryon shows the game is still heavily under transition to be westernized, and though a good chunk of it has been done, there's still a lot to go. I've never gotten to play the game myself, but I have seen a few gameplays here and there, and though the aspect of these sandbox elements are great and seem fun, I have this gut feeling that the journey to get to endgame might deter me from even making it. Even so, I hope they prove me wrong. Guild Wars 2 is having a bash to celebrate the Queen's 10-year rule. The update called the Queen's Jubilee brings balloon rides, gladiator type battles, and for sure, gem store goodies. Now I'm gonna go ahead and say this now, them kites must have been a big success because everyone had one. Everyone except me. As part of their ever-changing world and their commitment to making more permanent changes, the big hole, aka the Great Collapse, that marked Divinity's reach has finally been patched up and an arena has been built in its place. This patch also brings some interesting changes to loot from both champions and dungeons, as they're trying to stop people from farming one path only and get them more involved in exploring and running around in the open world. Lastly, there's some quality of life fixes with this patch, such as the oversaturation of spells that can occur when you're just fighting one mob, and account-wide wallets which will finally free up some bank space. To get more info and details on the coming patch, get to them links below. Final Fantasy A Realm Reborn is getting in gear for release, and now you can too. Think your system has what it takes to dive into the world of Ilona? Well, now you can see how your system ranks up with the latest official benchmark for download, and not only that, they also released a character creation tool, so you can make your character for open beta and keep it until launch. So get moving and get the look you want now, because before you know it, it'll be August 27th. Links are below. This week we got lots of new eye candy from both the ElderScrolls and Everquest MMOs. Both made big reveals on Friday. ElderScrolls Online finally showing some live gameplay through a low-level dungeon. Yet the overall consensus of it was meh, and I'm gonna have to agree with this. The overall showing was really short, the combat was a bit clunky, but things like that can be fixed later on. What really was lackluster is that they didn't show any of the features that made ElderScrolls unique, like the mount customization, PvP, class combinations. Now they did talk about how skills can be sort of customized to your playstyle, which is really cool. And I'm still on the fence about all these telegraphs in my combat. Overall, I just felt wanting more as I watched what I've seen 1,000 times over again in every other MMO. On the other side, we had Sony showing off Everquest next. Now, the intro here was way too long at first, and I thought this game had no legs because they were showing us all this sand art and stuff, and I was about to say, well, at least ESO showed us some actual gameplay, but then they went into talking about their core features in the game and how they're bringing all this new stuff into the scene, and again, there's all this telegraph combat, I don't know why. The game really seems to pick up on the Guild Wars 2 as a foundation and build up from there with its own twist in the game, but overall, voxels seem to be the thing that makes this a game changer, giving abilities to players to pretty much shape the world around them. Yep. This game looks like it's still in its early stages, but definitely has some amazing and ambitious ideas it wants to pull off, so I'll be keeping a close eye on this one. I guess two things that really stood out to me while watching the gameplay was that the Karens look like they were animated by Disney, and that the particle effects while during battle are amazingly high. I mean, that's a lag nightmare waiting to happen. To get your fill on Elder Scrolls and Everquest stuff, links are below. Alright guys, that's it for this week's rant. As always, like and subscribe if you dig what you see. This is the Pirate King wondering whatever happened to the video of the week. Ah well, I'll see you guys on the battlefield.